high fat, high salt, high sugar. I dare you to look at your kitchen right now, and I guarantee you that you have some foods that are designed to kill you. But what if I told you that it is not entirely your fault? What if I told you that someone big and powerful plotted this whole scheme to keep you fat and sick until you die? Nightfall, this investigation will blow your mind. But more importantly, it may save your life. Sit tight, because we are exposing how big food and big pharma get rich by making you sick. Look at this. These are the 10 giant food companies controlling almost everything we eat. Nestle, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, Unilever, Kellogg's, and many more. I mean, their food empires are so massive, we don't even have the time to go through each one of them. But it tells us one thing. The same company that sells us incredibly unhealthy food could also be the same company selling you the so-called healthy alternatives. And because their big food empires occupy the supermarkets, you just got trapped in a toxic cycle of poor choices. You get marketed with a certain snack as an inevitable part of your day. Snacks that are specifically formulated to hook your taste buds. So, of course, you get very addicted to this low nutrition food that stores more fat in your body and makes you feel tired and hungry, causing you to eat more of the same food. Practice this toxic cycle for long enough, and statistically, you will most likely develop one of these: diabetes, high cholesterol, heartburn, hypertension, obesity. No wonder, just in America alone, 1 in 10 people have diabetes. Nearly half of the population could be obese. Same thing happens in Africa or Asia or anywhere else. Undeniably, people's traditionally good diets are becoming more and more unhealthy because of these big companies. This, ladies and gentlemen, is where the cycle gets even crazier. Because when big food has fed you enough junk to make you sick, their good friends from big pharma come in to make profits on your problems. Big pharma makes money on people who are sick. Easy to understand. That's why soon you'll be taking drugs to treat those diseases. And the sicker the people get, the more medications are being sold to them. But okay, let me just play devil's advocate for a moment, because I mean, we have all of these food regulatory agencies to protect us, right? After all, there are scientific studies out there that can tell us what is healthy to eat and what is not. Well, that is where our investigation and research got quite depressing. Because we found out that even food regulatory agencies and certain scientific studies can be influenced by big food money. The conflict of interest is shocking. And it is so common. In fact, it was revealed that in 2015 alone, 156 out of 168 studies funded by food and beverage companies showed biased results favoring their sponsors' interests. This explains why every now and then we get these weird studies showing that the bad food that we always knew was bad to us somehow now is not so bad anymore. Heck, it was even revealed that in the 60s, the sugar industry had paid scientists to blame saturated fat instead of sugar as a cause for heart diseases. And in 2015, Coca-Cola also paid researchers to push the message that exercise was a more effective tool for weight loss rather than cutting down on food and drinks. Somehow, the same people we trust to guide us are also a part of this toxic cycle that keeps us sick. And the deeper you dig, the bigger this scheme gets, because turns out it's not just big food or big pharma that profit from this toxic cycle. They also get help from big farming, which is incentivized to make sure there is a steady extra supply of cheap corn and soy to be turned into sugar, fat, and addictive processed food. And to make things a little worse, forgive me for that, Night Fam, this video is crazy research. I encourage all of you to spend some time and really go down the rabbit hole. Some of the governments participate in this toxic cycle too. Among many of them is the Cheeseburger Bill, also known as the Personal Responsibility in Food Consumption Act, that prevents obese Americans from suing the food industry for their weight problems. I mean, of course, at the end of the day, what you eat is your personal choice. But that's like always blaming addicts for getting addicted to a certain drug rather than chasing the very people who cleverly planned for them to fall for it. I can never stop you from purchasing your favorite junk foods. I can never stop you from being addicted to soda or chocolate, because for decades now we have literally been wired to crave them. But now that you have opened your eyes to the toxic cycle benefiting big food and big pharma, I hope you realize that the very thing driving them is also your greatest weapon. Vote with the only thing these people care about. Buy things that you know will be truly good for you. Support more small businesses that genuinely care for your health. Go for natural. Go for organic. Go for whole foods. Because if there's anything we've learned in this video, it is that these giant companies can never be trusted to tell us the full truth. Especially if the full truth means slowly killing us so that they can get more money. Night Fam, I interrupt this video to tell you some really great news. Our amazing store, Honesty.Global, is officially open. Yes, look at this. We've worked for 2 years to finally release our unique humanitarian clothing. By buying at Honesty.Global, not only do you get these awesome designs, but also parts of our proceeds support our humanitarian work. Honesty is by far the best gift you can buy for someone.